ACP, did you see this?
If it ain't official Dana J, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it.
Though we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Although we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Dear world, I'm writing this letter in an attempt to make things just a little better. This is about living through life's stormy weather, because the truth is that we're not gonna live forever, and that's my point. Well, let me start with my boy that's doing 15 in a joint. Man, he could hoop, but he loved the street life. Could've went pro, instead he chose the street life. He turned rapper and wrote about the street life, but still could not make it out the street life. And one day he bought a Glock. Wait, now page number 2 will take you to another block. A man and his wife can't get along, all they do is fight. Both too stubborn to apologize, and sometimes it gets so bad they hope each other die. And one day she couldn't take it no more, so she decided to run out of the door. She jumped in the car and swerved off in a rage, and baby, I'm sorry was all over his face. Oh, we don't know what tomorrow will bring us. Let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Now that my homie done bought himself a gun, he stuck up some liquor stores, now he's on the run. Do anything to avoid the police. Now he's strung out on drugs and life is getting deep. To anyone, he would do anything. Give him the chance and he'd steal anything. Next thing he did really screwed up his life. But first, let's go back to the husband and wife. Now he's on the phone with his pastor, and she's on the phone with her mother. He tells his pastor, the woman is driving me crazy. Then swore up and down, she's not the same lady. She says, Mama, the man has been treating me so bad ever since we found out that I couldn't have babies. Then Mama says to her, girl, hold on. Pastor says to him, be strong. Oh, we don't know what tomorrow will bring. So let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Oh, we don't know what tomorrow will bring us. Let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Now there's a warrant out for my boy's arrest, cause he done went and stabbed someone in the chest. Man, them drugs just got him breaking all of the rules now. His face is posted up and all over the news now. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, the husband and wife are starting to break down. She says to Mama, maybe I ought to call him. And Mama said, now that's the spirit. He says to Pastor, maybe I should call and say I love her. He say, I'm sure she loves to hear it. Then she gets a call on the other line. It's the doctor saying your test results came back fine. Congrats, girl, you're pregnant. Then she cries, finally a miracle sent from heaven. Now meanwhile, the other side of town, all hell done broke loose and it's going down. Cops chasing Reginald all over town. He's running every red light and driving real wild. Now meanwhile, and this ain't fiction, here is where I need y'all to pay close attention. She's so happy, she calls her husband up. He says, I'm sorry, baby, just as soon as he picks up. She says, I'm sorry too, and I got good news for you. Steve, I'm pregnant and on my way home to you. He jumps for joy, scream hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. While Reginald is still chased by police. She takes the highway, it'll get her there much faster. Reginald on the skyway, chase lasting forever. With the helicopters right over his head, with the searchlights on him, oh man. Now he starts panicking, Rachel's driving, so excited she's not realizing that just a block away, a man is on the run, while the husband's at home praying for a son. And the policeman is screaming for the call. Rachel calls her husband and says, I'm getting close. He says, honey, I'm fixing up something special in the kitchen. And at the same time, Reginald makes a stupid decision. He turns down a one-way street. Then Rachel notices this car coming and yells out, "Speed, out of control, a senseless mission." Next thing you know, a head-on collision. No, we don't know what tomorrow will bring us. Let's live today. I'm saying just in case.
for you, more for us.
Children, rain all night long. Didn't it all, didn't it all, oh my Lord, didn't it rain? Didn't it rain, children? Rain all night long. Didn't it all? Didn't it all? Oh, my Lord. Didn't it rain? You can't run from it. You can't deny it. You can't pass it off. It's your call. God knew what he was doing. He knew who he was calling. And he expertly and intricately detailed every aspect of your life, your being, your persona, your psyche, your physicality, everything about you, from the texture of your hair to the color of your eyes to the way that you laugh to the fingerprint on your thumb. Everything is connected to your calling. And until you walk into the fullness of the thing that you were created for, you will find yourself frustrated. You're called.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
Are they a threat to democracy? Yes. Are they going to take our rights away? Yes. Are they going to put people's lives in danger? Yes. Are they going to endanger the planet by not dealing with climate change? Yes.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country. Maybe there will be.
She's a genuine danger to American security.
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
We have to preserve our democracy, or speak out against lies and hate.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Have a consistent narrative about how dangerous Trump is.
President Biden has been clear-eyed about the threat that the former president represents to our democracy.
Donald Trump is an existential threat to our democracy and our most fundamental freedoms.
Kamala needs to stop saying that President Trump is a threat to democracy. It's now being received by some unhinged people as a call to action. Enough is enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Everybody
partner. I keep up on me. After what they done to me, the same ones who put up the speed in it. We all used to be in a G. How could you do me so good? How could you wait till I leave? It's like you was hating on her. So now you go die up and breathe. I got accused of some murders and batters, so I did some time in the pen. So motherfucking body again. Niggas ain't silent, nigga. Shit got fucked up. Nigga got fucked up. Now my baby mom on the stand raising her motherfucking hand.
Everybody ain't your friend.
Everybody ain't your partner. I keep up on me. After what they done to me, the same ones who put up the speed in it. We all used to be in a G. How could you do me so good? How could you wait till I leave? It's like you was hating on her. So now you go die up and breathe. I got accused of some murders and batters, so I did some time in the pen. So motherfucking body again. Niggas ain't silent, nigga. Shit got fucked up. Nigga got fucked up. Now my baby mom on the stand raising her motherfucking hands. Yeah, let's go. Shout out to everybody that's here. What's going on? I just had to hear a little bit of that. Everybody that's here, what's up? What's up? Shout out to everybody that's here, man. Even to the new people that's here. What's going on with y'all, man? How y'all doing? I'm gonna say this, man. I appreciate everybody's view. Even the new people. I appreciate y'all. But we gotta talk about some things. Ooh, my bad. We gotta talk about some things. Y'all see the title? We got Sean Combs sentenced. We got Dana J was in court today. And we got the new paperwork that dropped on R. Kelly a few minutes ago.
Mr. Lieber, I'm trying to figure out which way I want to go with this first. I'm trying to figure out which way I want to go with this first because I definitely stand on business. Oh, man, I don't know which way I want to go with this first. Yes, I do. I'm going to go Diddy first. All right. So shout out to everybody that's here, man. If you want to go ahead. Hey, Toy, what's going on? What up, sis? If y'all want to hit the like button, y'all go ahead. If y'all want to hit the super chat, y'all go hit the super chat. If y'all want to cash at me, you can $ official Dana J. That goes on all platforms. Listen, I am trying to be, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to be politically and knowingly correct. Because with me being me, you know what? I'm going to start with me first. You're right, Mr. Lee. I'm going to start with me first. I'm going to say this. Y'all seen how this case played out, right? Cool. So when you got people that muddy the water and like make lies and send lies and all that, people tend to try to make the victim seem like the bad person. Cool. At no circumstance did I want to go this route. I wanted to handle it the street way. But everybody was saying, no, go the legal way. Because that way things will be this and things will be that. I'm here to tell y'all that this is the most stressful shit that I've ever dealt with. When I could have handled it my way and this shit could have been over with. I'm going to say it again. This is the most stressful sugar honey iced tea ship that I dealt with. And I'm going to be honest. I was told, oh, well, Dana, you know, they want to talk to you, you know, this and this. And I was brutally honest in there. I might have hurt some feelings. I might have said some things I shouldn't have said, but I don't give a fuck. Because at this point, don't nobody care about me. So I had to care about me. And I let it be known how I felt from the head on down. So it got heated today in this little meeting to the point where I just had to get up and walk out. Because when I sit here and I see a Caucasian that's sitting here and saying, well, this is this and this is that. And then I get on the internet and I hear the perpetrator spitting the same dialogue. I have to believe that they are one and the same. So the perpetrator lawyer, every time something happens, every time we got caught, he's sick. He got court case. He got this. He got that. So I made a joke today. I said, so our next court case, I guess he's gonna have chicken pox and he can't defend the case, right? One thing about it is I don't expect a snake to be a saint. I expect the snake to be exactly what it is. But when you can't look me in my face and you're supposed to be prosecuting on my behalf and you choke up every time I ask a question, I call bullcrap. So Wisdom's daughter was there and she jumped in and was asking questions because at this point I tapped out. I was done. I asked 3 questions after that. I said, Can I go get my own lawyer? This don't got nothing to do with him right now, Toy. I'm about to get to him. What I said was, can I bring my own lawyer? And they told me, no. You can't bring your own lawyer because the state prosecuting. So my question was, if I don't have no confidence in what the prosecutor doing, then why can't I? Because I'm not dropping my case. And everybody froze. So I was supposed to have an advocate. And the advocate was, oh, Mr. Jackson sent a lot of stuff. Yes, I brought you 2 4-terabyte flash drives that look like this. I brought you unlimited paperwork in the physical. I brought you unlimited emails. So when a prosecutor tell me, well, I don't have certain stuff. We asked you for stuff and you never sent it. I turned and said, she have it in our email. And she said, here you go. Got one time to fuck over me. See, I can prosecute my own case. But because of the formalities, that's the way people trying to go. But you know what? As I covered many trials, you see, I see how things go. And I see the games of the court. Because even when I was there today, the perpetrator and her dyke friend that Dennis hooked her up with didn't know I was there. And I was leaning to the side watching. And the dyke friend went to talk to the prosecutor. So I'm like this. As I'm processing and downloading this, I'm like this. After the little dyke friend talked to the prosecutor go and ask the judge, oh, is Scam likely? Is she able to go? Because her lawyer's not here. Judge said, yeah, I'm going to reschedule. I stands up and I say, what the hell? So the advocate come and say, no. And Mr. Jackson, I don't need you to leave right now. And you stay right here. And I ask one question. If they ask for a speedy trial, what are we waiting for? Because if I did that to her, I would have been under Clayton County Jail. No bond, no nothing. But every time it's time to get the show on the road, it's always a setback from their side. So now you about to make me be an asshole. Now you about to make me choose me and stop being so passive. Now you about to bring that demon side out. So I said, okay. And we had a meeting. I talked to the second guy in charge because honestly, you know me, I stand outside there and call a news channel and I get it cracking. And I will get it cracking. And don't care who feelings get hurt. So from that point, we had a meeting, some questions was asked, and I was asked 3 favors. I said, I'll grant them, no problem. Let's go. I'll definitely grant them. Let's go. So I don't know when it's been, I don't know when the case has been reset to, but I've asked some very damning questions in front of the prosecutor. And the way I feel, I can prosecute my own case. I can argue my own case. I'm damn good at it. I'm damn good at it. Which leads me to one question that I asked the prosecutor. Matter of fact, it wasn't even me. The question that was asked was, well, the witness that wrote the statement, what's going on with him? And they came back and said, word for word, no, I'm not going to say allegedly. Because she said, he told me he do not want to testify. And I said, well, he telling me something different. And I showed her the emails. I showed her the text messages. And her eyes got big. And she said, well, so me, I let it build for the day. I let it build for the day. And I'm not like V. Lenore. I'm not like his on and off girlfriend, Scam Likely. I'm not like none of them other people. I can get on whatever time you on, wherever you go. And I remember alive when a certain person said, if Dennis testify against Scam Likely, we will air all of his business because we got him recorded. And I told him, and I said, yo, is this true? Nah, DJ, man, don't worry about it. Nah, man, don't worry about it. Nah. Anything good. One thing about me, I watch everybody's actions. Everybody. And I'm not that guy that you can play with, especially when I got something serious going on. This is why I don't like co-defendants. I like to do all my shit by myself. That way I can only rely on myself. So I was sitting in my chair. I was watching a little bit of the Charlotte USF game. And I sent him a message. And I said, yo, I just want to know, is it true that you told the prosecutors that you ain't testifying? After you wrote a 4-page letter on this lady. And see, and I ain't say shit. When they was going at you, I left it alone. And you was calling me behind the scenes. And I said, yo, just leave it alone. Yo, just let them play it out. And you kept saying, nah, yo, they keep threatening me. But they keep threatening me. I will bring all it out. But the one thing I'm going to do is, when you play with the courts like that, there's a problem that the courts will have. So now, I feel like I got to be part of ABM. Either you get down or you lay down. Because I didn't ask nobody to call me and tell me about a tracker. I didn't ask nobody to play the 50 with me. I didn't ask nobody to act like they cool with me if they really don't like me. But then you send me a text back talking about, oh, I see you watching. Oh, what'd you say? Oh, that's good, but I see you watching my Twitter. I said, no, I wasn't watching your Twitter. I seen you at the courthouse. Just because I don't make myself known don't mean I ain't there. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. You can't play on my top. I'm 12 steps ahead of everybody. So today when I got frustrated in court, it wasn't about me. It was because I got told to my face that a person that called me on bullshit is ducking them out and won't open the door. And then, as I'm talking on live, somebody sends me a goddamn X message that say, thank you, Scam Likely, for the tip. I'm still not talking to you, though. Now, I ain't threatening nobody. That's one thing I'm not doing. I ain't threatening nobody. Lord knows I ain't threatening nobody. And I ain't saying nothing out the way. But if you think you gonna smile in my motherfucking face and I'm gonna let that lay down like that, remember your last text message to me before you put the thumbs up. Life is short. Remember that. Life is very short. And that's what I sent you back. You can interpret it how you want. I don't give a fuck about your lawyers or nothing. This now is about to become very fucking personal. And see, when you called me when Daboski and them was threatening you, and oh my God, Dana, call the prosecutor because they threatening me. I'm scared for my life. And I said, yo, put out a funny video. And you put the funny video with the gi on. You must understand that, Dennis, me and you was cool first, right? But let me entertain you on something. The day you accepted the email on Facebook from the rat, it's the day I never trusted none of you. And you can have V. Lenore running around here begging for a fucking channel. But you know, when Dana come around, people beg for their life. People beg for a lot of other things. People run to the police and stay there. See, on the internet, they real gangsters. Real gangsters. But in person, motherfuckers run. You forgot, Dennis. What happened in New York at Diddy trial? You forgot. And I never said nothing about it. So what I did is I just let you play yourself out. I'm cool. I'm cool. Whether you show up or not, I'm cool. But trust me, when them tables turn, and they got a way of turning, I'm going to be right there. As Prima Donna say, rubbing my hands like Birdman. Now, what you did was fucked up. And I'm going to put it on record. Because you couldn't be man enough to tell me you scared of them. Because that's what's going on. They threaten you and you're terrified. Because you must have said some shit that you don't want the world to know about. I've always been that nigga that say, if you got something on me, play it. And if it's real, I tell you it's real. If it's not, I tell you it's not. But remember you did the monkey see, monkey do? And you was trying to make an innuendo that me and another content creator was about to get locked up because you got sent a fucking dumbass post or a dumbass filing that your Bolingbrook homeboy did that ain't going nowhere, where there's no jurisdiction. And you thought I was going to jail because you seen my name in it. Well, after consulting a lawyer today, that's called harassment. So that's all I need to get is a copy of that, send it to the lawyer, and then we can reopen some cases. That's why I don't stun about it. Because first of all, that dude lied to the feds. That dude used my voice without my name. I mean, and my voice and without my permission. And he flipped it along with his friend. So I'm not letting that go. Because now we got to go back in front of the judge, and I want to know, when was this done? Because people have been out just saying whatever, and I haven't been saying nothing. Now it's time for me to get my get back, Dennis. So now I'm going to play y'all game. And what I'm trying to figure out is you told them that you was in New York for the rest of the year taking care of your mother. And you don't know when you're coming back because you got to take care of your ailing mother. Well, your mother have passed. And you telling me, oh, I live in New York, Dana. You're a liar. You live in Alpharetta. That's Georgia. North Georgia, that is. But it's cool. Watch how it play out. I just hope you don't get no contempt charges. I just hope you don't get no real charges, Dennis. Because what I was asked today is, will I testify that you, Dennis, told me about the tracker? I said, I will. Wait, nobody cares. So why should Dana care? I'm glad you told me about the tracker because I wouldn't have known nothing. I would have been still in the dark. Let's keep it a buck. When you called me and I was at work and you said, Dana, get me the detective number, man. But I want to talk. I want to talk to the detective, man. I'm gonna tell him everything I know. This getting on my nerves. Do they ever lie, Dennis? Do they ever lie, Dennis? Do black and white ever lie, Dennis? Do black and white ever lie? When you got mad because she had an inmate arm around her, remember that, Dennis? So the only thing I'm gonna say is tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. You got a choice to make. You got a choice to make. You got a choice to make. And I'm not threatening you, but what I'm saying is I don't play games, especially when they got something to do with somebody's life. And I keep telling everybody, you fucked me over once. That's on you. I stand on business in everything I do. And I can put all the facts out there. You don't want these facts to come out. Like I say, I'm not going to cry on no channel. I'm not going to beg you for nothing. But you put yourself in a situation that's not conducive. And you're trying to play the 50. Well, I'm taking 25. I'm taking 25 of that 50. You got to stay where you got to make a choice. And now I don't trust you. That's bad. You're a state witness, not mine. Let's clear that up. You're a state witness to a case and something that happened to me. And it be all so simple. So with that being said, I'm going to politely ask you. You can go ahead and take that wrench off my name. You can go ahead and erase me from your channel. I ain't coming back. And how you normally go and jump on channels and scare them, you will never do that to me. And you know, when me and you went to war, it was really war. Just imagine how this going to turn out. I ain't Tasha K. I ain't none of them motherfuckers. Shit will get ugly quick, and you know it. Enough of that. Because like I said, I ain't threatening nobody, and I don't need nobody talking about, he threatening me there. I am not threatening nobody. Hey, Judah, take that down. Fuck that nigga. Ain't no why, Dennis, why? We don't kiss ass over here. Take that shit down. Because we don't kiss no ass over here. Fuck that nigga. That's where I'm at. If you ain't for me, fuck you. One thing you had to do is just chill and don't say shit. But nah, this what you doing, man. this is going to irritate me. One thing about it, I don't play the 50 with nobody. So let's get to some paperwork, man. First thing we're going to get to is Gina. I'm going to keep y'all updated when my next court date is. It is what it is. If y'all coming, come on. If not, then oh well. But one thing I can say, the Dream Team don't miss. Dream Team don't miss. And what they say, Dana, you don't listen to us, man. And we tell you, leave them motherfuckers alone. And what I say, every time something going, I tell you, Dream Team don't miss. And we don't miss at all. But let's get there. Let's get there. That's enough of that shit, man. So on 9/30/2025, Gina, which is Diddy ex-girlfriend or girlfriend, whatever shit, I don't know. And the one that which we call him be fighting over. Young Miami be fighting with. And she said, "Dear Judge Submarinian, I know you are sentencing Sean Combs on Friday, and I have been thinking a lot about it. I saw in the press letters were submitted by many concerning the sentencing. No one asked me or told me to write this letter, but I felt my voice should be heard as I was identified as victim number 3 in this case." What? And I understand charges that were brought concerning me, including accusations of sex trafficking and prostitution. I cooperated fully with prosecutors. No, you didn't. I met with them 3 times, answered their questions, and gave them all the information and evidence I had, including pictures, videos, and text messages from my phone. During those meetings, I felt pressured to feel like a victim. I told them I was not, but they insisted that I was. Even when I expressed my truth otherwise, I understand they concluded that I had been sex trafficked and involved in forced prostitution. I did not agree with that conclusion. I was not trafficked. I did not engage in prostitution with him or others. That would have been my testimony if called to the stand. Pause. Now you know she lying because they was looking for her and she ducked them out and didn't want to come testify. But she wrote 2 letters. I was subpoenaed and fully prepared to testify and answer all questions truthfully. But I was informed by my lawyer that I would not be called to take the stand. See how she lied? I want to empathize that I understand the seriousness of this case and the pain others may feel. I cannot speak for anyone but myself. In terms of sentencing, I kindly ask that you consider releasing him back to his family. I understand throughout the process he has been cooperative and respectful, including turning himself in. Throughout this process, he has never once reached out to me or made me feel uncomfortable in any way. I believe he will continue to be compliant with the court's conditions upon release. I understand that accountability is important, and I am not writing this to dismiss the gravity of the charges, nor to criticize anyone. I write to express my perspective as a so-called victim. I write to express how I felt during the investigation and trial, and how I feel now waiting to hear the sentence. I felt compelled to share my own perspective honestly. I respectfully ask that you take my words into consideration when making your decision. Thank you for your time and for allowing me to be heard. Regina Whom. Whew. So that's what Gina said, right? That's what Gina said. But Diddy wrote a letter. Diddy wrote a letter. A 4-page letter that go like this. Dear Judge Submarinian, and he wrote this yesterday. I hope this letter finds you well and in good health and spirits. Thank you for the opportunity to express my thoughts to you. First and foremost, I want to apologize and say how sincerely sorry I am for all of the hurt and pain that I have caused others by my conduct. I take full responsibility and accountability for my past wrongs. This has been the hardest 2 years of my life. And I have no one to blame for my current reality and situation but myself. In my life, I have made many mistakes, but I am no longer running from them. I am sorry, so sorry, for the hurt that I caused. I understand that the mere words "I'm sorry" will never be heard. Never be good enough, as these words alone cannot erase the pain from the past. Over the past 13 months, I have had to look in the mirror like never before. My pain became my teacher. My sadness was my motivator. I have to admit, my downfall was rooted in my selfishness. The scene and images of me assaulting Cassie play over and over in my head daily. I literally lost my mind. I was dead wrong for putting my hands on the woman that I loved. I'm sorry for that, and always will be. My domestic violence will always be a heavy burden that I will have to forever carry. The remorse, the sorrow, the regret, the disappointment, the shame. I honestly feel sorry for something that I couldn't forgive someone else for. If they put their hands on one of my daughters, this is why it is so hard for me to forgive myself. It is like a deep wound that leaves an ugly scar. Your Honor, I thought I was providing for Jane concerning her and her child. But after hearing her testimony, I realized that I hurt her. And this, I am deeply sorry. I lost my way. I got lost in my journey, lost in the drugs and the access. My downfall was rooted in my selfishness. I have been humbled and broken to my core. Jail is designed to break you mentally, physically, and spiritually. Over the past year, there have been so many times that I wanted to give up. There have been some days I thought I would be better off unalived. The old me was unalived in jail, and a new version of me was reborn. Prison will change you or unalive you. I chose to live. Every day since my incarceration, as difficult as my circumstances currently are, I have made the best of my time by reading books, writing, working out, or in therapy, obtaining the tools and knowledge to deal with my past drug abuse and anger issues. I have been putting in the work and working diligently to become the best version of myself, to ensure that I never make the same mistakes again. I realize that I'm in a situation where no amount of money, power, or fame can save me. Only God can save me. My grandmother used to teach me that God makes no mistakes and that everything he does is for your good. I believe that a bad situation can be used for good. Although this situation has been the hardest and darkest time in my life, good things have come out of my incarceration. For starters, I am now sober for the first time in 25 years. I have been trying my best to deal with my drug abuse and anger issues and take accountability as well as positive steps towards healing. One of the most beautiful things I have experienced is being asked by my fellow inmates to teach and mentor them. They wanted to learn what I did to become a successful businessman. I was inspired by their hunger and desire to learn information in order to not only set goals, but achieve any goal, dream that their hearts desire. I started teaching a 6-week program called Free Game, title given by my fellow inmates, which I was able to have approved and sanctioned by the Bureau of Prisons, the BOP. I don't just teach about my success, I also teach about my mistakes and failures. It has truly been a blessing to do something positive in a negative situation. It has been beautiful to see the newfound hope in my fellow inmates' eyes. The most shocking thing was to see the unity and the peace this class has produced. As you are probably aware, jails and prisons are segregated places. However, in our class, we have Black, Spanish, white, and Asian all together in one room, learning and working together. We even have an interpreter for the Spanish-speaking inmates. The biggest miracle that I have seen with this class is all of the gangs such as Bloods, Crips, MS-13s, Trinitarios, and 18th Streets in one room working together. I am so proud to say that since this class started, there have been no fights in our unit. This class has also helped me in my time of need and despair. Being able to do something good for others has also given me much needed hope. God bless me with this opportunity to help others, and I will continue to do so. I ask you for mercy today, not only for my sake, but for the sake of my children. God bless me with 7 beautiful children, 3 sons and 4 daughters. Their names are Quincy, Justin, Christian, Chance, Jesse, Dalia, and the newest addition, a 2-year-old daughter, Love. 4 of my children lost their mother, Kim Porter, as she tragically passed away in 2018. I am their only parent. I have failed my children as a father. My father was murdered when I was 3 years old. And I know firsthand what it is to not have a father. More than anything, I just want the opportunity to return home and be the father that they need and deserve. God also blessed me with the greatest mother in the world. My mother sacrificed her life and dreams to provide for me and my younger sister, Keisha. She worked 3 jobs to make sure we had a roof over our heads, clothes on our backs, and the best education. My mother is now 84 years old, and she recently had brain surgery. Despite her own health challenges, she attended my trial every day. I have always been her primary caregiver. It breaks my heart that I put myself in this situation, and for the first time, I am unable to be there for my mother when she needs me the most. As I write you this letter, I am scared to death. Scared to spend another second away from my mother and my children. I no longer care about the money or the fame. There is nothing more important to me than my family. I understand that one factor the court has to consider is deterrence. Deterrence for me and for others to ensure that no one follows in my footsteps and makes the same mistakes. For over a year, I have been locked in one room with 25 other incarcerated people sharing the same room, sharing the same one room. In this room that I share, there are no windows. There's no natural clean air. There's no sunlight. And we all live in one room. We eat, sleep, and use the toilet, take showers, and prepare meals all in the same room. The conditions that my actions have placed me in are inhumane. I don't tell you this for pity or sympathy. I'm simply sharing my truth and the truth of my fellow incarcerated people. We have no clean drinking water, and we boil our drinking water. We all share one washing machine, which is broken. I am surrounded by drugs and live every day with the constant threat of being stabbed or losing my life. Again, I am not expecting pity or sympathy, but my time at MDC has changed me forever. Prior to being in jail, I took care of and was present for my family. Being in jail, and because of my conduct, I lost the ability to care for my mother. I lost the ability to effectively raise and support my children. I have missed my 3 daughters' proms and graduations. I have missed taking one of my daughters to college. I have lost the freedom to teach my 2-year-old how to speak, dance, play, or be there to console her when she falls down or has a nightmare. I started from nothing and worked hard to earn everything I had. But because of my conduct, I have lost all of my businesses. I have lost my career. I lost the charter schools that I started and have destroyed my reputation and stained the reputation of those that work for me. I lost my being present with my family. Between of all of my losses and lessons, I can state for a fact that I will never be in another criminal courtroom again. And I do not believe any other person will do anything similar from fear or similar punishment. If you give me a chance, I would like the opportunity to share my story with the people to prevent at least one person from making the mistakes I've made. I can't change the past, but I can change the future. I know that God put me here to transform me. Since incarceration, I have gone through a spiritual reset. I am on a journey that will take time and hard work. I'm proud to say I'm working harder than I've ever have before. I'm committed to the journey of remaining a drug-free, nonviolent, and peaceful person. I thank God that I am stronger, wiser, clean, clear, and sober. God makes no mistakes. I realize that this trial has received a tremendous amount of global press, and Your Honor may be inclined to make an example out of me. I would ask, Your Honor, to make me an example of what a person can do if afforded a second chance. If you allow me to go home to my family, I promise I will not let you down, and I will make you proud. Today, I humbly ask you for another chance to be a better father, another chance to be a better son, another chance to be a better leader in my community, and another chance to live a better life. I am writing this not to gain any sympathy or pity. This experience is simply the truth of my existence and has changed my life forever, and I will never commit a crime again. Thank you for your time and your consideration. Sean P. Diddy Combs. So after reading that, it made me think about some things. Right? And I sat back and I said, Diddy got 4 years, 2 months, 5 years probation. For videos that was proven. Videos that was looked at and it was certified that it was him. 4 years, 2 months, 5 years probation. Well, if I travel back like 3 years and I go down the street a little bit to Brooklyn, there was a guy by the name of Robert Sylvester Kelly that got hit with the same charges and got 30 years plus 1 and a lifetime year of probation. And I had to look at it and I said, what's the difference between Diddy and R. Kelly? And I asked that question and I got quiet. And people were saying, well, you know, Diddy, he paid people. He did this, he did that. Well, let me ask a question. You have heard from Diddy's jurors. Why haven't we heard from none of R. Kelly jurors? We know that Judge Submarinian is he's stickler, and he's a Joe Biden hire, right? We know that. But we also know that Ann Donnelly is a piece of And what's the difference from Ann Donnelly getting a sequestered jury on R. Kelly, but Diddy didn't get a sequestered jury? And they said that Diddy, this is what they said now, they said that Diddy was fondling with the jurors. Diddy's, not his team, but Diddy's supporters was going after all of the people. He even had bootleg ass bloggers telling who the identity of this one is and that one is, causing mischief and hateful stuff. Why wasn't Diddy jurors sequestered? I'll tell you why. And I thought about this all day. Maybe everybody that was on the jury in R. Kelly case was a federale. Let's think about it. Maybe everybody on Diddy case were regular people. Watch this. R. Kelly folks, the jury, mine was already punctured if they were regular folks. But what make me believe that they not regular folks is you haven't heard nothing from nobody. And what make me feel as though that this is an all-out game and we're in the Matrix is because when it got quiet, or when it got quiet and they said, Rob coming home, he got a chance. What happened? Like clockwork. Let's put his daughter up to make him seem like a monster. I'm a jog your brain for a minute. Wasn't it Drea? But I said, surviving R. Kelly ain't pay me, so I'm going to get my own thing. and I'm gonna get paid from that. What up, J-Rock? What was supposed to have happened was Buku was supposed to go and tell this elaborate lie, and everybody was supposed to run to it. Oh my God, I told you, R. Kelly did this, R. Kelly did that. But pause. It was people like me that know the truth that said, if R. Kelly had touched his daughter, right? Don't you think Drea would have went through hell and back and to make sure Robert never been around his kids? But she didn't cry about that. She cried about getting money, and Robert don't want to see his kids. See, people forgot about that. She said, Robert don't even want to call his kids. Robert don't even want to see his kids, and his kids want to see him. So what you do? You poison the weaker of the three. You make her feel some kind of way. And because she's a female and she just had a baby, you make her the poster person for a heinous lie to go after her father. But how fast did that die out? How fast did that die out? See, one thing I always tell people, you don't chase a lie, you just walk in the light. And if you walk in the light, that lie got to keep telling the lie. And the people that only want to deal with that lie is the people that's going to listen to that lie. So now watch this. She's raising her son. She's not hearing from her dad. She don't have nothing from her dad. I'm talking about wealth-wise, because her mother threw it down the drain. Now her mother got a boatload of money and didn't share nothing with the kids. Do you think their mother care about the legacy of their kids? No. So my question is, Drea, if he's such a woman beater, if he's such a hateful person, why was you out here defending your baby daddy, as you said? Oh, I'm going to listen to my baby daddy. My baby daddy going to do this. I'm listening. Why was you listening to your baby dad? Listen, this is what I'm going to tell you, folks. A woman that really hates somebody do not want to hear nothing from the person they hate. They won't talk about them. They won't speak about them, but they won't utter a word about them, and they will get far away from them or from the topic or from the name. So if that's the case, if we know that about somebody that's been abused, Drea, why do you still keep Kelly? You earned what? When I last recall, you wasn't in Miss Joanne Cuckoo while her and whoever Rob dad was making Robert. And you wasn't doing that. And I heard you say, oh, it was me, but I helped Robert get a Grammy. How? Was you in the studio? Or was you home? And let me help you with another lie. If you are triple jointed the way you are and mildly skinny the way you are, you cannot be hogtied. A triple jointed or a double jointed person cannot be hogtied, just like they can't be handcuffed. Their bones are conjoined. That means they can get out of any knot or any structure that will hold them in a certain position. And his dad wasn't his damn grandfather. You're right, Prima. Those are the lies that the ignorant tell. But I got some paperwork on Robert, though. I got some paperwork to drop on Robert. Let's go ahead. And I feel as though this paperwork, I don't know, it's something about this paperwork that it don't make sense. But we're going to go there. United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois, General Order 25-0024. general order holding in abeyance civil matters involving the United States as a party. This matter is before the court due to the lapse of congressional appropriations funding the federal government, including the Department of Justice and the United States Attorney's Office. Absent an appropriation, the United States represents that certain Department of Justice attorneys and employees of the federal government are prohibited from working, even on a voluntary basis, except in a very limited circumstances, including emergencies involving the safety of human life or the protection of property. 31 U.S.C. 1342 case law. Therefore, the lapse in appropriations requires a reduction in the workforce and the United States Attorney's Office and other federal agencies, particularly with respect to prosecution and defense of civil cases. The court, in response and with the intent to avoid any default or prejudice to the United States or other civil litigants occasioned by the lapse in funding, sua sponte enters this general order. As a result of the cited workforce reductions, it is hereby ordered, effective October the 1st, 2025, that all civil litigation involving as a party the United States of America, its agencies, its officers, or employees, whether in their individual or official capacity, and whether current or former employees, and or any other party represented by the Department of Justice of the United States Attorney's Office, is immediately suspended, postponed, and held in abeyance, continuing until funding for federal government operations is fully restored. The court may renew or modify this general order depending on developments in the stay period. The court intends civil litigation to include all pending non-criminal cases in which the United States, its agencies, its officers, or employees, whether in their individual or official capacity, and whether current or former employees, is in any way a named party, and any non-criminal cases in which the United States Attorney's Office or the Department of Justice is counsel of record. This includes, without limitation, all pending Social Security cases and all cases seeking monetary and equitable relief in which the United States is involved as a civil litigant. The general order does not affect habeas corpus cases pending or filed under Chapter 153 of Title 28. This general order suspends and continues during the stay any and all events and deadlines in the affected civil litigation, whether established by order, rule, or agreement, including but not limited to any scheduled proceedings, hearings, and or discovery and pleading dates. No party will be required to take any steps in civil litigation affected until expiration of the stay. The court warns litigants that this general order does not purport to affect rights to or deadlines concerning appeal from any decision from this court, of this court, which will continue to operate and issue orders in the normal course. Any litigant affected by this by this general order, may seek relief from the order by motion. The court may, in any particular case, vary the effect or operation of this general order by a separate order. The court shall distribute this general order by electronic service to all registered CM ECF users. by first class mail to unregistered civil litigants, including pro se litigants, and to attorneys pending pro hac vice admission, and by posting the general order on the court's public website. The court shall clarify the status of case schedules upon expiration of the stay and dependent on the timing of the funding resolution. Enter for the court Virginia M. Kendall, Chief District Judge. Okay. So, as I looked at that, I see this one. Which is similar to the same one. They talk about the court not working. So that's the update on an R. Kelly case. But what I want to know, honestly, is how did he get 4 years with, he already got good time for the 2 years, and the judge gave him 4 years and 2 months and 5-year probation. And Robert got Robert got 31 years and lifetime probation. Now, what I didn't hear is Diddy had to pay any restitution. Now, if somebody heard that, then let me know, because I might be wrong about it. Because if he had to pay restitution, then hey. But I didn't hear nothing about restitution. So with that being said, man, you got to understand that a lot of stuff that's going on ain't fair. And the courts are going to be the courts. The only thing you can do, see what's up. Hold on. I got to bring you one more thing. Got to find it first. Got to find it. I got to find it. It's something that I want to tell y'all that happened. But what was it? It got something to do with R. Kelly. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. It got something to do with R. Kelly. Something just happened that got something to do with R. Kelly. I can't. Hold on. I'll talk about that next time. It got something to do with the government and R. Kelly. Hold on. Stay right there. I'm going to find it for y'all. I had nothing but this shutdown stuff on my joint. Ooh. Hold on. Okay. I might be getting close to it. Hold on, y'all. That's Tyrese. I hate when I get like this and I can't find it when I'm looking for it. Okay. So the thing is this right here. R. Kelly can definitely demand a new trial right now. And I'm going to say it again. R. Kelly can definitely demand a new trial right now. And he can get it. And I know folks are like, hold on, Dana. You ain't gonna hit us with the sham like that and really don't explain it. Well, let's go here. They claim, here it is. I found it. They claim that they prosecuted R. Kelly off of videos, right? What they ain't telling you is that Congress approved the landmark law. This is the last thing we're going to talk about before we get out of here. Congress approved the landmark law. I'm going to say it again. Congress approved the landmark law to stop non-consensual deepfakes. So it says, in a rare moment of bipartisan agreement, Congress has taken a historic step to protect Americans from the misuse of personal images online. The new Take It Down Act, passed by an overwhelming 409-2 vote in the House, targets the creation and sharing of intimate images without consent, including AI-generated content that can affect people's privacy. Uh-oh. And reputation. Advocates are hailing the law as an important measure to help individuals maintain control over their online presence. Under the new law, knowingly creating and sharing intimate images or videos of someone without their permission is now a federal offense, whether the content is real or digitally created. The legislation also sets clear responsibilities for social media and tech platforms. By 2026, major platforms must implement systems that allow people to request the prompt removal of inappropriate or non-consensual content, creating a safer online environment and giving individuals more control over their personal information. Supporters emphasize the real-world impact of this measure. Individuals affected by non-consensual content can face emotional, social, and professional difficulties. The Take It Down Act not only criminalizes the creation and distribution of such content, but also provides a structured process for fast removal, helping people protect their privacy and reputation in an era where AI-generated media can spread quickly. While concerns about free speech and government oversight were raised during debates, lawmakers stressed that the bill strikes a careful balance between protecting privacy and ensuring platform responsibility. With unanimous support in both chambers and the president's endorsement, the Take It Down Act represents a milestone in addressing technology-driven challenges and sets a precedent for how the law can adapt to the evolving digital landscape. Okay. So now we got a new law called the Take It Down Act. Now, what I want to see is how many people are going to abuse that. So now, since that's going on, J-Rock says, so Tyrese is now arrested for his dogs, only after he was in Chicago and said R. Kelly is the king of R&B. I said that, J-Rock. The timing sounds pretty suspect to me. Right. I said that. And the community that he live in is the community of those people. And they don't want him in that community since he said that. But R. Kelly can go and request those videos and show that those videos were deepfakes. Let's see if Bo Brinley gonna jump on it. Do you think Bo Brinley gonna jump on it? I said, do you think Bo Brinley gonna jump on it? I don't know, y'all. Listen, I'm up out of here. Enjoy your weekend. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Be someone important. Be yourself. Until next time, we up out of here. I thank everybody that supported the Cash App, everybody that supported the Super Chat on all platforms. Even if you didn't support, if you wanted to give and didn't have the power to give, I want to say thank you. Even if you really, really, really had a desire to give, thank you. Go ahead and violate me and hit that like button. That's all I ask you to do. And don't forget that Dana J seasoning, y'all. It go like this.
Dana J Hood season, man. I'm talking about that white dirt for all your vegetables and potatoes.
Say hell no, he ain't gonna jump on it.
Salads and everything. They got that Cajun. Oh my goodness, they got that. Ooh, child. Don't forget that seafood. Last but not least, he got this thing called Tropical. Go to Dana J Spices at yahoo.com.
Yeah, I want to say thank everybody for coming tonight. You know what I mean? Let's see if Bo Brinley gonna jump on it. Tomorrow Lead Sports Network said, hell no, he ain't jumping on it. I feel you on that. But listen, let's push for that pardon. Let's do what we gotta do. Let's keep everybody in prayer. Let's definitely keep R. Kelly in prayer. I know right now there's got to be a slap in the face. He probably don't feel good about it. But hey, God is the best. God is the best. God is the best. God is the best. And since y'all here, man, I'm gonna leave y'all with some Kales real quick. I'm gonna do it like this.
Y'all better listen to this shit. Y'all better listen to this shit. It's a musical bash right here.
Thank y'all so much. I'm out.
This is it. Oh, baby. This is it. No more cheating on.
Good night, Miss Shirley. Good night, everybody out there. Dream Team, y'all know I love y'all. Good night.
This is it. You gave your heart to me. Look what I'm going through. Girl, I'm gone after everything. Just like that, baby, I broke your heart. Oh, and I don't deserve it. After you've been so good to me, you have loved me religiously. Lord, can you tell me, oh, how could make me go and do what I've done to you? I'm so tired of being untrue. This is it. Oh, say, this is it. No more. This is cheap now. Oh, girl, I promise that this is it. That's my mind. All the things you've done for me got me feeling guilty. Could I not see all your needs? Forgive me. Please, Lord, have mercy. 'Cause girl, you've been so good to me. Girl, you have loved me religiously. Oh Lord, can you tell me, oh, what could make me go and do what I've done to you? I'm so tired of being Baby, I surrender. This is no pretender. Please return to sender and save me from myself. Do you hear me, baby? Please, I'm broke down on my knees, begging you to trust me. This is it. Oh, baby. This is it. No more. No. I promise that this is it, baby. This is it. Never leave me when I tell you. This is it. I promise. This is it for me, no more. This is it, girl. Oh, this is it, girl. God knows that this is it, yeah. Oh, girl. It's sometimes a misty rain that gently touches my soul. Feels just like fire shut up in me. Yeah, simply lose control. Oh, rain down, follow me. Let your love just fall like raindrops, rain. Follow me. Oh, rain down, follow me. Let your love just fall like raindrops, rain. Follow me.
Oh, yeah. Let me say it again. Out of all I've been through, I'm still said I've been lied on, mistreated, talked about and abused, but I'm still many days I thought I was gonna lose my mind, but I'm still by the grace. I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. Lost a lot of people and lost a lot of things, but I'm still here. Somebody can testify and tell somebody. Many people turned their back on me and walked away, but I'm still here. Oh, Jesus, can I be honest today? Life ain't really been easy, but God's been good, and that's why I'm still here. Oh, it's by the grace. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. I'm still it's by the grace. Can I get milk with it? I'm still here. Oh, Jesus. It's by the grace. Said I know that I'm still. Said I know that I'm still. Woo! Every now and then, when I look back over my life,